What's up, humans? Today we're talking about one of the most misunderstood, most savage, and honestly most nightmare-inducing animals in the wild, the hyena. And no, it's not just the dodgy laugh from the Lion King. These animals are way scarier than Disney ever made them look. First things first, let's get this straight. Hyenas are not dogs. They're not cats either. They're in their own weird little family, somewhere between both. Think of them as nature's dodgy cousins that show up uninvited to the barbecue, eat all the food, and then laugh in your face. Now, here's a fact that will mess with your head. A single hyena's jaws are stronger than a lion's. Yep. Pound for pound, they've got one of the strongest bites in the animal kingdom. They can crush bones like breadsticks. That laugh you hear? That's basically them saying, your femur's a snack, mate. And let's talk about the laugh, because it's not really laughing. That creepy giggle is actually a signal. When you hear a group of hyenas cackling like a bunch of drunks at 2 a.m., they're not cracking jokes. They're literally coordinating attacks. Imagine if humans had to laugh every time we wanted Uber Eats. Terrifying. Here's something even weirder. Hyenas live in clans, huge social groups led not by the biggest male, but by a female. That's right, lady hyenas are the bosses, and they're bigger, stronger, and meaner than the males. In fact, the lowest ranking female still outranks the highest ranking male. Imagine living in a society where your mum automatically bosses the rock around. That's hyena life. Oh, and I can't ignore this bit. More female hyenas are born with what looks like, let's just say, extra plumbing. Scientists call it a pseudopenis, and yes, they actually give birth through it. Absolutely brutal. Imagine pushing a bowling ball through a bendy straw. Respect to them, because I'd tap out instantly. Diet, everything. Hyenas don't just scavenge, that's a myth. They hunt and take down massive prey like wildebeest and zebra. But here's the kicker. They eat everything. Flesh, bones, hooves, even hair. Their stomach acid is so strong it basically works like a blender set to obliterate. Nothing goes to waste. If hyenas ran recycling centers, the planet would be spotless. Here's a mental image for you. A clan of 80 hyenas versus a pride of lions. Who wins? The answer is usually the hyenas. They mob lions, outnumber them, and straight up bully them off their kills. You know, lions get called the king of the jungle. Yeah. Hyenas are the dodgy mobsters running the streets. But get this, they're also insanely intelligent. Studies show hyenas can solve teamwork puzzles faster than chimps. That laugh you're hearing, it's not stupidity, it's plotting. Basically, they're evil geniuses with a sense of humor. And if you think they're just wild, think again. Ancient cultures used to absolutely fear hyenas. Some African folklore said they could steal people's shadows. In other places, they thought hyenas were witches in disguise. Honestly, if a creature looks you dead in the eye while chewing a bone like a breadstick, I'd probably believe it was a witch too. But here's where it gets mad. Hyenas are actually crucial for the ecosystem. They're like the world's cleanup crew. By eating every last bit of a carcass, they stop disease from spreading. So yeah, they're terrifying, but they're also the reason the savannah doesn't smell like a 3-week-old bin. Now, quick myth busting. Myth 1, hyenas just scavenge. False. Over half their food comes from hunting. Myth 2, hyenas are cowardly. False. They'll take on lions, leopards, even humans if they're feeling brave. Myth 3, they're dumb. False. They're basically plotting, giggling masterminds. Here's one last crazy fact. Hyena cubs are born with teeth, straight out of the womb, ready to bite. And they're so competitive that sometimes siblings will fight each other from day one. Imagine being born and instantly having to square up to your brother. Absolute savages. So yeah, next time you hear that weird cackling laugh in the distance, remember, it's not funny. It's a warning. It means you're on the menu. Hyenas might not be pretty. Thanks for watching, humans. Let me know in the comments. Would you rather get stuck in the wild with a shoebill stork or a clan of hyenas? And don't forget to subscribe, because you don't want Reggie laughing at you next.